Word is there's a $100,000 bounty on your head.
Wow. I'll hand myself in for that amount of money. Holy shit. Michaels is here to cash in on that bounty. If I was Jericho, I'd be rolling my ass out of that ring and getting the fuck out of there. See, good man. It's like we're on the same page, him and I. See, little does Ray know right now this match is actually for guardianship of Dominic Mysterio, and when I win, I'm actually going to put the little back up for adoption. Whoa, shit! I think I just died. What is going on, YouTube universe? This is Zirra, and welcome to Zirra's Retro Rewind, the series where we throw it back to the games of yesteryear. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are throwing it back to the PlayStation 2 with more WWE SmackDown versus Raw. Sit back, relax, it is game time, and it is time to continue our Chris Jericho career mode as we begin our reign as the newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion. I'm about to get jumped. I can feel it. Christian, of all people.
What was that all about?
Canadian on Canadian action to kick off the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Might still have his knickers in a twist because we beat him quite convincingly the last time we were in the ring together. Oh, Vinnie Mac is here.
I'd watch your back, pal. You're a marked man. How marked? Word is there's a $100,000 bounty on your head.
Wow. Can I cash it in?
Man, it is absolutely inexcusable that someone would put a price on my champion's head.
I'll hand myself in for that amount of money. Holy shit.
Ratings and revenue.
A full investigation is underway, and I guarantee that we're going to figure out who put the price on your champion's head. In the meantime, I think it would be best for the champ to lay low for a few weeks until this settles down.
I don't think so.
What? But that...
I need to wrestle. He doesn't look happy, Mr.
What
McMahon.
I was going to say is that sounds like a great idea, Mr. McMahon.
Could your nose be any more further up his ass? Ladies and gentlemen, we are kick-starting the episode despite Vince McMahon saying we should lay lower for a little bit by taking on one of the greatest to step in the squared circle, the game, Triple H.
Making his way to the ring. From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 265 pounds,
A man we have showcased in a previous career mode before. First ballot Hall of Famer. Whenever they decide to have him come into the Hall of Fame as a singles competitor, he'll headline that Hall of Fame, don't you worry about that. He has accomplished way too much in his career to not be the main attraction of that, Hall of Fame year whenever they do decide, hey, now's the time. Considering he's now retired from wrestling, I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Speaking of first ballot Hall of Famers, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Jericho. Now, I've got to update as well, because at the end of the previous episode I mentioned I wasn't sure how having both titles would work in this game, considering tag team titles isn't something you can win the first SmackDown vs. Raw title, and I discovered you can only hold one championship at a time. So because we went into the previous pay-per-view as Intercontinental Champion and we won the World Heavyweight Championship, the Intercontinental Championship then defaults to another superstar. It's the same if we were WWE Champion, if we were US Champion, even in reverse. If we went in as World Heavyweight Champion and won the Intercontinental Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship would then default. Ring ding ding, kicking things off with a shoving contest. I'm about to get my ass kicked in this because I suck at these minigames. Watch. He's going to put me flat on my fucking ass.
In the eyes of these superstars.
Oh, believe me, JR, they're a bundle of nerves.
It's
right
coming.
now.
Are you ready?
They're just hiding it, really.
It's going to happen right now. Told you. Fucking
You
bastard.
might disagree with his methods, but no one can argue the success of Triple H.
Now, while I go back and forth with Triple H here, I just want to talk about the future of this series moving forward. And I've made a decision as to when we are going to end this season mode, because if you're unfamiliar with how the structure of these season modes work, you can go on an infinite loop. You can play season after season after season, but you run the risk, obviously, of having repetitive storylines, and that's something I don't want to run the risk of. So, given in real time, the WWE uses WrestleMania as kind of like their reset point. You have all the feuds coming to a head. You know, the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania is normally where you get new call-ups, and that's when your brand new, you know, challenges arise and everything else. I feel WrestleMania would be a good point to end this series, whether it be us going in as World Heavyweight Champion and walking out the same, or if we somehow drop the title prior and then climb our way back to the top. Whether that means we're going to only have like 4, 5, 6 episodes left, so be it. These season modes were never created to have longevity in the sense of doing just that 1 year, but there is still going to be plenty of WWE titles coming to my channel. I'm now planning moving forward to play through every single SmackDown vs. Raw. I'd love to return even to the old school PS1 wrestling games just to have a bit of fun. So, that being said, there is currently a poll up on my community tab. If you could do me a favor and go lay your vote down. Alternatively, you can go to Twitter. Description of this video holds that link. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit as well, because I'm obviously a Sony gamer. I'm a PlayStation boy. So PS1 and PS2 games are always going to heavily feature on the Retro Rewind, but we've obviously seen Nintendo 64 in the past before, and I'd love to do more of that. I've even got a GameCube game up for voting, which the last time I checked the vote is actually polling really well. So if there is ever a game you guys want to see me play on the Retro Rewind, let me know in the comments down below. It's only prerequisite is it comes off a console predating the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Anything before that era of gaming I consider eligible to come onto the Retro Rewind.
If the superstar shows even the slightest hint of weakness, he's lost the match.
Also want to take the time to thank you guys for coming through with suggestions for future superstars to play as well. Your comments have been heard, trust me. There's a few of you that actually want to see a John Cena playthrough. I'm actually hoping that the next SmackDown vs. Raw game that comes after this still has the Thugonomics version of John Cena, because I would love to play as a heel John Cena as opposed to a face John Cena. Tap out, bitch. We got him. Fuck yeah. Uh-oh. Michaels is here to cash in on that fucking bounty. You cheeky slag.
What the? Those damn mercenaries are fighting over who gets the bounty. The champion isn't some animal.
If I was Jericho, I'd be rolling my ass out of that ring and getting the fuck out of there. See? Good man. It's like we're on the same page, him and I.
He's a marked man, JR. I hate to say it, but maybe he is safer on SmackDown.
Speaking of SmackDown, hello Kurt Angle.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the newest member of the SmackDown roster, Raw's own heavyweight champion. Chris Jericho has arrived on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll find
That
out that we
stage
do
is
things
so
a little
iconic.
differently on SmackDown, and we're a little tougher than you're used to.
Really? Tougher, he says. Okay.
For instance, here's something that your old GM didn't have the guts to say. If anyone on this show tries to claim any kind of bounty tonight, they'll be fined $150,000 and suspended for a month.
Way to late at SmackDown, Kurt. Holy
So
shit.
go and get ready, champ, because tonight's main event is a non-title match between you and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, taking on Ray Ray. Sorry, Eddie. I suppose this is the beauty of rocking up to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. We get to take on some superstars we wouldn't take on otherwise. Kicking things off with the newly crowned Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio.
Making his way to the ring
The deadbeat dad.
from San Diego, California.
See, little does Ray know right now this match is actually for guardianship of Dominic Mysterio, and when I win, I'm actually going to put the little prick up for adoption. Solves all fucking problems. Then we don't have to deal with Dominic Mysterio in real time. Fucking bastard. Actually, a Rey Mysterio playthrough wouldn't be too bad, considering how, you know, how small he is in stature. It'd be pretty hard to take on some of the big men. Could be worth diving into, I think. Now, normally I wouldn't sit down and watch Chris Jericho's entrances numerous times in an episode, but it's on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, with that iconic background, the fist coming through the stage. SmackDown has to witness Chris Jericho coming out at least once. Drink it in, man.
Weighing in at 230 pounds, Chris Jericho.
They're loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, there's only one thing I have to ask Ray before we start this match. Who's your puppy?
Ladies and gentlemen, Taz and Michael Cole here at ringside, and we have a great show for you tonight.
Hey, I got top bill tonight. I like that, Cole. Keep it up.
Both of these superstars have been climbing the ranks and leaving a trail of bodies in their wake.
Without a doubt, Cole, and both these guys know that there's only
Get wrecked.
one at the top.
Time to go to town.
Tell you what, Cole, I'll handle.
We have to make a statement. We have to make quick work of him. With all those comments from Kurt Angle about SmackDown being the superior show, considering I'm the World Heavyweight Champion that's representing Raw, we need to make a statement. Even though Kurt Angle might actually be true. Because, you know, back in this probably era of wrestling, I would argue that SmackDown was better. A lot of people in recent years have always considered, you know, SmackDown to be the B show, but they really turned shit around at one point and was, you know, the more watchable brand, in the sense that I've always felt that SmackDown for the majority had always focused on, you know, wrestling ability and putting on really good matches, whereas Raw was always kind of like the entertaining side of things, like, you know, the gimmicks and
Right in the hearts of these two great competitors has got to be all
you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say it, but it's not coming out right. But it was more kind of like about all the promos and the gimmicks and showmanship. Try to put this prick through this table. Woo! Taz and Michael Cole on commentary.
Oh, this is completely off the hook.
Come on, Ray. No, you don't.
He does that better than anyone in the business.
The table's not breaking. What the fuck are these tables made out of? Woo! Bounce your fucking mast head off of this post for a little bit. And punching your dick hole.
What an underhanded move.
Nice try, Ray Ray. Not happening. Oh, you lucky little bastard.
These guys are the best. I'm having a hard time keeping up with them.
Straight into the walls.
He's got the walls of Jericho locked in.
He's too close to the ropes for my liking. Can we make him tap before he makes the rope break? You better believe we can, baby. Statement made. Hello, Mr. Angle. What do you have for me?
The ratings of your main event match last week were off the charts. And I can think of only one way to outdo it.
How do you figure?
Tonight's main event is a non-title match between you and John Cena.
Okay.
And by the way, I am granting you the honor of representing SmackDown in a very special Survivor Series match this Sunday.
Really?
After all, you can't defend your title on your own show. And if you're not in the pay-per-view, you won't get paid. Just sign on the dotted line.
I mean, man's going to get paid. It's kind of put Jericho in a corner here. I don't think I really have a choice. That's exactly what I just said. I guess I don't have much of a choice. Got to represent Raw. Well, in this case, I'll be representing SmackDown, but I've still got to represent the title. Still got to get my ass paid. And it ain't going to be a pay-per-view without Chris Jericho main eventing it. I can tell you that fucking much. Speaking of the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. If I do a playthrough of John Cena, which a lot of you seem to want to, see go down, this is the variation I want to play as. A trash-talking Cena that would come out to the ring and just, just him on a mic, tearing shreds off of his opponents. The music went hard, the attitude he had. This is way better than Hustle, Loyalty, Respect. You can argue that with me in the comments all you want. I love this John Cena infinitely better.
Sold out crowd tonight.
Test of strength. Can I win this?
Michael Cole and Taz here. What a show we got for you tonight.
Yeah, it's always great to be back in Philly, Cole.
Always coming back.
Some history here,
Get fucked.
Bell's about to roll.
Yep, too late to back out now.
Here comes Cena. Not really.
Chris Jericho, the total package, Cole. Great ring work, great mic work. And
As I was alluding to before, though, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a certain superstar you want to see a career mode as down the line, let me know in the comments. We've still got a decent handful of SmackDown vs. Raw games to go down. I've already got kind of in my mind superstars I would like to play as. I want to do Randy Orton. John Cena's obviously on the cards. I'd love to do a playthrough as Edge.
Cole, I'd love to
And I
know
think
how you come up
it'd
with
be
this.
amiss if we didn't do a career mode as The Undertaker at some point in time. So there's at least 4 different playthroughs, and there's more than 4 SmackDown vs. Raw games that we haven't played yet. So, sound off.
Keep this up. This match is his.
There's one superstar that I really want to play as that's kind of left wing in the sense that I haven't seen really anybody do a career mode as him, and that's Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy was such a good superstar, just on the mic, in the ring. I really feel he was a complete package, and I feel WWE dropped the ball with him in a big way. He was supposed to have an incredibly, large championship run, but he went and got himself injured, and they put the title on somebody else, and after that, he just failed to take off. I don't know whether that was his fault or whether WWE were at fault for poor booking. I don't know, but it would have been good to have seen him have a much better run. Maybe we do it on my channel. Who knows?
Tell you what, Cole, I'll handle talking about what it feels like.
Get wrecked, John.
And you give some tips on how to force somebody's hair.
Can we make him tap out already? Mr. Never Give Up. Can we make Mr. Never Give Up actually give up? Well, John, it's time to hang up that fucking motto. Jesus Christ. They should have had him strut out to the ring like he actually does in real life. Chest pumped out a bit more, flailing the arms. They've kind of got it, but I think they've dulled it down a little bit.
That was a hell of a match, champ, but now I've got something important to say.
Do you now?
As you know, I've had my people trying to figure out who put the price on your head, and even I was shocked when they told me. You see, it was Kurt Angle.
I had a fucking feeling.
He figured if it wasn't safe for you, you'd have to leave Raw, which would hurt Raw by taking one of their champions away.
It's the battle of the brands after all.
I've spoken to Eric Bischoff, champ, and you're hereby returned to Raw with a title match this Sunday at Survivor Series.
Well, I don't think so, because I just signed a contract. Kurt Angle is a fucking snake with a broken freaking neck.
All right, I admit it. But Mr. McMahon, you're the last person who should criticize someone for being cutthroat.
Fair call.
Would you have done any less to me before I came to work for you?
You know, you have a point there.
Yeah, no shit.
And it was worth it for this. A signed contract giving me the right to put that man right there in a match representing SmackDown this Sunday at Survivor Series.
What match will that be?
You know, he's right. He's got the contract.
Raw's caught between a rock and a hard place.
What did I sign myself up for,
Because
ladies
this
and gentlemen?
conflict requires a final resolution. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a six-man Hell in a Cell match for the title.
Holy shit! The fucking WWE Universe love that. Me, not so much.
A cross-brand Hell in a Cell match this Sunday for the title.
And bragging rights. Don't forget that, Cole. SmackDown's going to show Raw what real superstars are made of.
Fucking hell. Welcome to Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen. Where I'm going to have to do more than fucking survive in order to walk out as your reigning, defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Live on pay-per-view. I'm good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and what a spectacle this co-promotion of Raw and SmackDown is going to be.
No doubt about it, JR. Raw and SmackDown superstars trying to survive Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight title.
This ought to be one for the ages. It's not every day that the Raw superstars find themselves in the ring against a SmackDown superstar. You can literally feel the tension in the air.
Let's see. The card had Chris Benoit beating Kane in the opener, Eddie Guerrero beating Mr. McMahon in a hardcore match, and we've got Armageddon Hell in a Cell against John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, Christian, and Triple H. That is stacked. This can play in my favour and play against my favour. Having so many superstars in the ring at one time means I can possibly sneak a victory here because they're going to be so focused on each other. But it also means I can lose the championship without being pinned or submitted myself. So I've got to be fucking careful.
And the millions watching at home are going to see the greatest superstars in the world.
I've seen many title matches in my day, but I can't remember.
I would love to see an Armageddon Hell in a Cell match come back in real time. Could you imagine, with some of the superstars we've got running around currently, seeing them in a Armageddon Hell in a Cell competing for championships? That would make Roman go a big way if he could win one of those, especially if he was the one to receive the pinfall or submission victory. Give a little bit more legitimacy to his almost 1,000 day title reign, considering I'm a little bit anti-Reigns when it comes to how he's been winning. I understand he's a heel. I understand the bloodline's a thing. But winning every, title defense... Whoa, shit! I think I just died. But as I was saying, winning every title defense by interference gets tiresome at times. Oh, fuck! I think Shawn Michaels just broke his legs. The one thing I don't like is there's so much going on the screen right now that my frame rate's dropping. Just like my chances of winning this fucking match. Alright, we're going to focus on Rey.
You'll never see action like this on SmackDown, JR. Oh, man. Look at the confidence, JR. He's just preparing that tricep.
So hard to focus my attention inside the ring when the camera angle changes so drastically when anyone goes outside the ring and then climbs it. No, Michaels, I appreciate if you stayed out. Fucking slapping Christian upside his head. Perfect chance for us to claim victory here. Let's go for it. If there was ever a time, it's right now. No one inside here to break up the fucking submission attempt. Let's go. We did it! We fucking did it! Walked in as champion and walk out as champion. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing left to say, isn't there?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That is it for today's episode. Thank you for joining me as always. If you did enjoy it, please do myself a favour, hit that like button down below. If you've missed any episodes along the way, feel free to check out the playlist which is in the... Don't forget to vote on the poll that is up in my community tab, and don't forget to let me know who you would like to see me play as in future WWE career modes. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time. Hit subscribe, you bastards.